Hey, how's it going, guys? I wanted to shoot this video here. I just wanted to go over my day yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. I had the truck in the shop for pretty much the whole day yesterday. I put it in the shop because I'd been had a little bit of a couple things I needed to get done to the truck. Normal PM. I needed to get the locks on the doors looked at because one of the locks was actually broken. So the cylinder lock on the outside of the door was broken, so I needed them to take a look at that. The sleeper cab AC was kind of not working, so I thought I would just let them check that. I had a fluid leak on the top of the washer fluid reservoir, so I think the lid was just probably worn, so they just had have them flip it out for me. Just little things like that, nothing too crazy. But I finally got back here to Joplin, so I thought, well, I'll take it in and whatnot. I had the whole weekend off anyway, so I'll just put it in there and whatnot. So while that was happening, I decided to get a workout in at the terminal. Just kind of hang out there, watch a movie in the lobby area or in the driver lounge area, and but I mean, after a while, at least for me, I don't really like staying in one place for too long. So instead of I already kind of had this thought that it's probably going to take them about maybe 12 hours more than likely, just because of how busy they are and whatnot, to get to my truck and get everything done. And I can't be in the truck once it's in the shop, so instead of being in the terminal for 12 hours, like, well, you know what, I'm gonna go have lunch. I'm gonna take the shuttle. There's a shuttle here in Joplin that takes you to the Walmart here in Joplin, to the La Quinta Inn, and so from the Walmart, there's a bunch of things around the Walmart within walking distance. So that's typically what I do. Typically I'll have the shuttle take me to Walmart, and then I'll just either do Walmart shopping if I need to, and if I don't, there's restaurant. I usually go eat somewhere in the area and just walk around and stuff. The mall's within like a mile and a half of Walmart. There's just a bunch of stuff to do. So what I decided to do was I went and had lunch, and then after lunch I thought, I'm gonna go and do some roaming around town and do some shopping. So I did some personal shopping. I went to Books A Million. That's becoming my favorite place. I've only been there twice now. This is only the second Books A Million that I've went to, but it's a pretty neat place. It's pretty much on par with like a Barnes and Noble. It's a bookstore with all kinds of different variety of literature, and then a lot of pop culture stuff there too. They sell Funkos, they sell stuffed animals, all kinds of fun stuff. It's a pretty neat little store. So I went there and went and did some shopping there, and then I went to Target, walked around Target for a while, and then went to Harbor Freight and got me a box at Harbor Freight. I want to talk about this for just a minute. Harbor Freight, I got me a box of a 100 pack of the nitrile rubber gloves, the blue ones. I primarily use those for fueling. If you've watched my fueling video, you've seen that I like to wear those gloves when I fuel, so that this way, if I get any kind of fuel or anything on my hands or on the gloves that I'm on like normal gloves, it won't, once the fuel hits if you're wearing normal gloves, like just everyday gloves kind of thing, if fuel hits those gloves, that thing's gonna smell like diesel, and then you're really not gonna be able to get that smell out. And you'll have those gloves in your truck, or you'll have them in your side cab, and they're just gonna reek and smell. And I don't really like the smell of diesel. So what I do is I wear rubber gloves, and when I'm done, I just throw them away, and then it's no harm, no foul, right? The smell doesn't stay on my fingers, isn't no nasty things all over my hands or anything like that. So, but anyways, they sell 100 pack of those there at Harbor Freight for $10. It's the cheapest that I've seen them anywhere. For $10, you get 100 gloves, not 100 pairs, excuse me. It's 100 gloves, so it's 50 pairs, but still pretty good. That's enough for 50 Phillips in my eyes, so that's not bad. So I did that, and then on the way back is where the interesting part of the day started happening. So I went back. I was walking back to Walmart because I'm getting ready, to just go to Walmart, and I need to buy something real quick there before I get back on the shuttle. At this point, it's already getting closer and closer to about 5:30ish. By the time I leave Harbor Freight, the last shuttle picks up at Walmart about 6 o'clock or so. So time to walk back. So as I'm walking back, a person in a black truck, or people in a black truck, they honk. I know that they were honking at me because they waved at me too. They waved out the window and they honked at me, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I mean, I waved back and I was like, hey, I'm like, I don't really know anybody in this town, so like, I don't, maybe they recognize, maybe it's somebody from work, maybe it's somebody from here that drives that's maybe met me before. I don't know, right? So anyway, they didn't think anything of it. So then I continue to walk, and then a car, now I'm walking by a gas station, pulls into the gas station and pulls their window down. It's like, hey, and I'm like, oh man. My first thought is already like, oh God, what do these guys want, man? Like, I'm just trying to walk here and go to Walmart. Like, why are people bothering me? Well, they end up telling me, hey, we seen your videos and whatnot. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, so you see my YouTube videos? They're like, yeah, CFI. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's neat. All right. And they were like, yeah, we seen your video about, when you were giving us instruction on the high trailer or whatever. And I was like, yeah, cool. And I was like, yeah, we're the two guys that were in the car were like, we're new CFI drivers. We're just waiting for a trainer right now. And they're like, yeah, we watch your stuff, man. I was like, wow, that's really cool. That's really. I told him, man. I shook the guy's hand, and I immediately told him, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm not used to this yet. I'm not used to having fans or anything like that, or interactions like that just yet. This is all new to me. And so I told them like that, and they were like, oh, it's okay. I was like, it's all right, man. It's like, yeah, you're a celebrity now, man. It's like wow, it's just something I don't consider myself a celebrity, but it's just something that I'm gonna have to get used to. That I might have some random people coming up to me and telling me hi, and I'm gonna be like, what do you want? That's just my natural instinct as a person that, didn't grow up in the very rich parts of town and stuff like that, where you didn't have a care in the world. I grew up in the parts of town where if you were outside and walking, you had to keep your eyes here, and back here, and wherever you are, right? You have to be aware of your surroundings because you never know what's going on. So I've kept that as I've grown older, and so it was just kind of funny because I was like, oh geez, what the hell do these guys want, man? I don't got nothing to give y'all. Come on. No, it was just some fans. It was just some fans stopping by to say hi. Like, they recognized me. And so I thought that was really cool. I mean, definitely if you see me out and about, stop me and let me know where you see me from so that I don't freak out. But no, that was really cool. That's not the end of the interesting day story, though. So I get to the Walmart. I do my thing at Walmart. Then I'm waiting for the shuttle. I get on the shuttle it's about 6 o'clock. So I pretty much got in my head, this is the last shuttle for Walmart. Like, this is it. Like, he's not coming back to Walmart, right? It's a little old man that drives this shuttle around, like I said, around to the terminal, to the Walmart, to the La Quinta. Kind of does just a big circle, starting at about 6 in the morning to about 6:30 at night. And he just does that all day, just circle. So anyways, I get on the shuttle. It's me and a couple other people. And so he drives over and drops off the people that were, I guess, we're going to La Quinta. Once he drops off those people at La Quinta, I'm the only one in the van, in the shuttle. And I'm thinking, okay, well, he's gonna go now. From here, we go to the terminal. He drops me off, and that's it. My day's over, his day's over, all that, right? Well, after La Quinta, he drives off. And he drives off in a direction that's different from what he normally does. Like, he goes around the hotel onto the other side of 32nd Street, which is where the headquarters is at. And so I'm like, where's he going, right? I'm like thinking, oh, okay. I mean, clearly he knows what he's doing, right? He drives the shuttle every day. Well, he stopped at a gas station to fuel up. Like, oh, okay. So he's just getting fuel. I guess the shuttle needs fuel, and then after this, we're gonna go down the street to the other side of the street, and we're gonna go to the terminal. He's gonna drop me off. At this point, I haven't said anything to him because in my head, I'm being observant. I'm just kind of thinking, clearly he knows what he's doing, right? He knows that I'm here. I was probably on the second row of seats in the shuttle, and so clearly he knows I'm still in the shuttle. He's got to go drop me off before he ends his day. Well, he gets back in the shuttle, and then he drives, and then he turns back into the La Quinta, and I'm like, okay, I wonder what's going on here. And so then he goes and he backs up next to they have a big dumpster there at La Quinta, I guess, where they dump all their crap at the end of the day. And so he parks next to it, and he turns off the shuttle and walks out. Once again, maybe at this point I should have said something. I should have been like, hey, like, you still got to take me back to the terminal. I didn't really, like, I'm just watching what's happening, because I'm just kind of like, okay, I wonder what's going on. So he gets out and he proceeds to hop into the dumpster and do some dumpster diving. Once he started doing the dumpster diving, I immediately came to the realization that this is the end of the day for him. Like, this van is parked here, and that's it. Like, it's not going anywhere else the rest of the day. So at that point, I'm just sitting there, like, in shock. Like, I'm watching what he's doing. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, he really didn't see me. He really didn't see that I was still in the shuttle. And I mean, part of that is probably on me for not maybe speaking up and saying, like, hey, I'm still here. Don't leave yet. So anyways, yeah, he was done. He picked out what he needed to get from the dump, and I guess and I didn't know at this point. I'd never been on the shuttle that late, so I had no idea where the shuttle gets parked at the end of the day. I had thought that the shuttle ends over here at CFI Joplin, and that it gets parked over here, right? Well, I was wrong about that. It actually gets parked at La Quinta, and that's where they park the shuttle at the end of the day. And so he hops out of the dumpster, grabs whatever he found, and then goes to his car, which is like on the other side of the road. Gets in his car and leaves. So I am left in the shuttle by myself with nobody in there. At that point, I was like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing ever. Like, he literally just left me here. Granted, like I said, it's probably been a long day for him. He probably didn't see me. He probably just really didn't see me. I guess he didn't think about looking or looking in the back to make sure nobody was back there. And I mean, I was really quiet. Like, I didn't say anything. I didn't make any noises. I was just being observant and just kind of in shock, because I kind of just thought, like, we're going back to the terminal. Well, no, we're not. So it's not like I was locked in or anything. I mean, all I had to do was just walk up to the front, unlock the door, get out, lock it before I close the door, so that way the doors would be locked to the shuttle. No harm, no foul. Well, my next thought was, okay, well, I can just take an Uber from La Quinta and go back to the terminal, and it's only 1.5 miles away. I mean, yeah, just here in Joplin, an Uber that is only going to be about 2 miles still cost about $8. So I was like, well, I could bite the bullet for $8, I guess, whatever, right? Well, my phone's dead. Didn't get a chance to charge my phone all day long, so it died on me before I got on the shuttle at Walmart. So I don't have a phone to call an Uber. So all right, well, the only other option is to walk. So that's what I did. I walked 1.5 miles from La Quinta back to the terminal, and the whole entire time I'm walking back to the terminal, I can't help but have a smile on my face and just laughing at this experience that I just had. Just the whole day, really. From the fan that randomly pulls off the side of the road to say hi to me, and then to the driver of the shuttle leaving me in the shuttle at La Quinta. Oh man, it was so funny. I mean, I'm not mad or anything. I wasn't mad or anything. I didn't, I'm not gonna call him out or anything like that. I mean, I guess I'm kind of doing it here in the video a little bit, but I'm not gonna get him into trouble or anything like that. It's a common mistake, I guess. I don't know if it's very common, but I just thought it was really funny. I laughed it off. I walked, I got my exercise in, so it was all good. And I mean, I'm still here. I'm back in the truck now, and I'll get ready to roll tomorrow. But I thought I would just share that experience with y'all because that was really, really funny. So for those of you that are coming over to CFI or that currently work for CFI and you're familiar with the shuttle, or you're gonna get familiar with the shuttle that takes you from here to Walmart, just make sure that if you hop on that last one at 6 o'clock, just make sure that he sees you back there, or that you make yourself present if you're the only one left in the shuttle by the time you get to La Quinta, so that way he doesn't leave you there. All right, guys, y'all have a good week, and I'll see y'all down the road. Bye.